How well is California spending your money on homelessness? Thank you for joining us. I'm Alex Bell. That was the very topic of an oversight hearing today at the Capitol. AB's 10's Becca Habegger followed the meeting and joins us now live in studio.
Yeah, Alex, the oversight hearing comes nearly 2 years after that infamous audit found the state was doing a poor job tracking and spending outcomes for many of its homelessness programs. So I spoke with 2 state lawmakers on both sides of the aisle for their updates on the issue.
Homelessness, the never-ending story.
I want to make sure that every dollar is accounted for.
That's Democratic State Senator Melissa Hurtado and Republican Senator Roger Nilo, both members of this Senate Budget and Fiscal Review Subcommittee.
We need to be able to use the data system to make real choices.
On Thursday, members heard from 2 of the biggest entities using your tax dollars to address the homelessness crisis, the Department of Housing and Community Development and the Interagency Council on Homelessness, or CAL-ICH.
California has now the strongest data infrastructure we've ever had to answer these really important questions.
That's a change from 2 years ago when a report from the state auditor found CAL-ICH, which is responsible for coordinating agencies and allocating resources for homelessness programs, stopped tracking spending on programs and outcomes in 2021, despite the continuous funding from the state.
What we need to talk about is outcomes. That's what that audit showed. There was really very little accountability for that. I do think the state agencies are reoriented toward that, but time will tell.
Both Nilo and Hurtado say they're glad to see these entities strengthening systems for tracking and reporting spending and outcomes.
You won't have an accurate picture of what's going on or where funding, where money is gone missing if you don't understand the inputs and the outputs and all of it all together.
Nilo says he wants to see the state give more control of flexible homelessness funding to local entities, especially counties.
Counties have always been the state's health and human services providers.
And he says he wants to see programs guide as many people as possible towards self-sufficiency.
And I rarely hear people say that at the state level. That has to be the ultimate goal.
Hurtado says the state is moving in the right direction, but more needs to be done.
There has been progress made. There has been additional information that now they're incorporating to make sure that they have, and the different mechanisms that are being put into place. The question is, how long is it going to take? From what I heard today, some of it's going to take a little bit longer than expected.
So are accountability measures working? Lawmakers are still asking questions.
I know that the need is definitely there, and I want those dollars to go to the individuals that need it the most. The question is, are those dollars reaching the people that need it the most?
Lawmakers also discussed homelessness or homeless housing assistance and prevention, or HAP money. Newsom has funded that program at $1 billion annually for the past 4 years and plans to fund it at just $500 million this coming fiscal year. But the budget still has months before it's set, so we'll continue following this. Alex.
All right, Becca, thank you.